fly. I be rolling with you, mommy, I be feeling the motion. When I'm inside you, I be deep as the ocean. When it comes to your love, can't lie, it be strong as a potion. That's why me and you forever be coasting. Let's roll. Co-pilot on the passenger side, be so fly. Yeah, she so lit, we so high. Just me and my chick, yeah. Just me and my chick, yeah. Co-pilot.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's going on out there, man, in the world, yo? This your boy, man, and we back with another one, y'all. Sparking Conversation, where I get with the crew each and every week, man, and we get together and we just, we just chop it up, man. And we go through a few things here and there. But to be honest with y'all, man, y'all know how we do each and every show, man. I like to start off with the whole thank you, man. Thank you to all the people that download the audio version of this podcast. Because without y'all, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be possible for us to get all these other opportunities that come along with that. So thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart for all of y'all that actually go out there and do that, and y'all all over the world, man. So I thank y'all for that, man. Each and every week, we're going to always show our gratitude because, like I said, y'all don't have to and y'all do. So I appreciate that. Another thing is, I appreciate each and every person that go out there and click on the links. I notice a lot of people have been hitting me personally asking about stocks and stuff like that. So, it's dope. So, yeah, so the Weeble is a link in the descriptions to Weeble. Right. If you set up an account, they will give you free stocks, right? And they range from, it could be a stock that's worth like maybe less than a penny, but it could be crypto, or it could be one of the bigger stocks all the way up to like Apple, Tesla, or one of them. It's like they just give you 12 free stocks for opening a Weeble account. And you can fund it with however much money you want. If you want to put just 10 cents in there, you can. That's on you. But they're going to give you those free stocks just for jumping out there, right? And again, like I like to tell people that, like, not financial advice, but I'm reason why I'm saying that because I did get a bunch of people who hit me up asking me about it. So that's why I'm mentioning it now. Yeah, so whenever you go out there, if there are companies that you're interested in and you didn't know nothing about, the information about those people are on Webull, and it's called White Pages. So White Pages is where you could go there and you could break down what the CEO does, who the CEO is, everything they plan on doing with the platform, doing with the stock, doing with the company. It depending on what you're going. If you're investing in crypto, it's the same thing. If you're investing in any type of stock, ETF, whatever you're investing in is there. So I know y'all been hearing the buzz about that too, especially with the crypto ETF that's been in discussion for the last few years, and they're getting closer and closer to passing it. I think BlackRock, which is one of the biggest financial institutions in the world, they out here pushing for it. So once that becomes a thing, then that'll allow major establishments like or Fortune 500 companies in the whole nine to be able to offer crypto maybe to their employees, or they can opt into it themselves. So once that happens, you already know what is going to happen. It's going to skyrocket. It's going to go crazy. But there are top 10 projects. So I would suggest that each and every person, when you're going out there and you're doing your research, go pay attention to certain stocks that have anything to do with dividends. Pay attention to stocks that have a yield of at least 6% each and every year, and then pay attention to the top performing companies out there. Find out what they're investing in. If they're using more technology, then find out what the technology is that they're using and then invest in that. So not advice, like I said, it's just me throwing it out there to the people because a lot of times you're not going to get this information on the news. So on Sparking Conversation, we're going to get this out, right? And not this show, but a few shows from now, I'm gonna have some couple of things going on where we can actually show y'all how the breakdowns go. So for those of you guys that may be out there interested on how you can stretch your dollar or allow it to work for you, then we're gonna get that information out there to y'all. That's another reason for the LLC luncheon. So that brings me to that. So each and every person out there, if you want to attend the LLC luncheon, remember, hit us up at sparkingconversation@gmail.com. Put in the subject line LLC luncheon, and you're gonna get that information. Shout out to all the people that's been doing that so far. Y'all ready? And yeah, that's what it's about. Getting that information and seeing how we can go to the next level and help each other grow. So yeah, thank y'all for that. All right, so look, I got the crew in the building. I'm about to bring them up. Yeah, it's about to be a dope show, man, because I got some video. I wanna, so I put up a clip from one of the shows that we did a while ago. No, not a while ago, maybe like a couple weeks ago, and I put up there, it was titled 1 Cent Burger. right? So in that clip, I was breaking down like the information based on research about what they was finding in these cheap ass versions of food that they like to give people, and people be going for it, you know. So with that information, it was a person who left a comment. They was pretty much being negative or whatever. They was like, "Yo, give a person a microphone and a computer," and they start babbling bullshit or whatever. So instead of me popping off, I just responded with the link to some research, like, "Yo, fam, there you go, right there." So that also brought me into what we're gonna do tonight, or like going forward, because at the end of the day, I really don't like when people think that somebody just up here just spewing shit or just talking just to be talking. Like, nigga really be doing research. And then sometimes it be things out here that come to y'all that other people have already done and put together. So I show it. But the thing is though, you don't have to believe it. The point is it's out there for you if you want to go figure it out, right? It's a lot of shit we're gonna talk about. But tonight, nah, we're gonna talk about a couple things. I'm gonna show y'all. We're gonna get into these videos, and me and the crew, and we're gonna react to them. We're just gonna give our honest opinion of how we feel about the things that we're gonna solve. We're gonna talk about a couple of things tonight, all right? So let me see who in the building real quick. Hey, who we got? Me. What up, y'all? What's going on?
What up? Happy Tuesday.
I ain't no doubt, yo. Hey, listen, I like your shirt, yo. Yo, proud veteran out there, yo. I like that. I like that, especially after that comment you made last week about being in the military, not because you love the country. That's so dope.
I mean, I was being that at 18. I mean, I ain't no shit. I just went.
Yo, you still a proud veteran. I love it, yo. See, double, what's there, yo?
Not him putting you on blast, sis.
Nah,
Always,
shirt,
always.
shirt,
You ain't got
shirt.
shit else to do.
Yeah, the shirt. No, look, you don't look. You wasn't even in the building last week. We missed you last week, so don't come on here trying to not act like we popping shit, and you come back eating.
She always eating.
Always, yo. What's going
This
on?
is time for her to eat. Like work is done. She chilling. Let her have some snacks.
All right, I can dig it. Snack time. There you go. Big P.
Big P.
Good. What's good?
Ain't nothing going on, y'all. Y'all all right?
Good sir.
I'm always eating too.
Okay.
Nah, but he being funny. You can imagine he talking about. Like when y'all asking what he been eating. Ask him, y'all. Ask him.
I
Ask
ain't got time for your buffoonery. Okay.
him.
We have
Ask him.
time.
He right
I
there.
want to know. I
Hey,
want to know what you been eating.
we was friends again after this week. We just seen each other.
What? I didn't. I was talking to Rashid.
Oh,
Oh, you talking to me? Nah, I was saying, why you talking to me? I was saying, ask him what he been eating. Why?
Because you trying to be. That's why I was like, I don't have time for that. Like, no, we're not doing that.
oh, you,
with
oh,
Big
you. Oh, she was saying she didn't want to get into it. What Rob was trying to start. Okay,
Yes,
because
yes.
yeah, I was talking about juices and berries.
I knew something. I knew.
I'm so over y'all.
I
Already,
mean,
the call just started.
no, I've been eating healthier. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting on the fruits and everything. You know.
Okay.
Sound about right. Sound about right, yo. I like that though, man. Hey, listen, I wanted to do a whole fruit. I don't know if you call it a fast because you know what I'm saying, but like you know what I'm saying, a whole fruit thing for just a week, like a whole week, 7 just eating fruit. You know what I mean? So what fruit you eating, Paul?
Well,
Well, you know what? You ain't even really talking about real fruit.
I
So
eat
I'm
peaches.
I'm not doing this.
I
Let's get into the topic.
Oh, yeah.
wait. What he asked?
listen. I tried to bring it back in, but I already know where fam energy was. Y'all know
You brought it up. What do you
I
mean? Bring it back in. You were the one who kept creating it.
I ain't know he was gonna stay there though,
I
yo.
eat pears, pears too.
Eat pears, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not doing
pears
this.
get real soft around the middle. You know what I'm saying? That thick part gets soft.
Yeah,
Nah, it's real.
act like, yo,
Nope.
tell me to act right, yo. Tell me to act right, yo. Hey, yo, but listen, all right. So look, let's do it, yo. Let's talk a little bit because I want to use all the time that we got, yo. I mean, use all the time that we got, yo. So, like I said earlier, I was talking about how they was talking about the remains in burgers, right? They was finding like human remains in the foods and like these fast food restaurants and shit. Have y'all heard about that?
be telling people what you said, man. I be telling people.
Right. So so all right. So look, this is what I'm gonna do. So I got videos for us tonight. We're gonna react to them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this first one. We got a few. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna play this first one. All right, bet. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna check it out, and then after that, I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. Like we're gonna try to see chop it up because, like I said, my man jumped out there, thought I was fronting on when I mentioned McDonald's. So I figured I might as well say something because I guess people who really eat McDonald's is the ones that was upset at the post that I put up there. But I mean, I don't know if it's all McDonald's, but shit, if it's one, it may be. I don't know. But we're gonna figure it out, all right? All right, bet. Check this out.
In Japan, they found genetic DNA evidence of children's teeth in the food, in the burgers, which linked it back to, not Wisconsin, Missouri or Wyoming, one of those states that's in the middle of nowhere, where they actually found human meat inside one of the processing plants at McDonald's. And they said, we're not sure how it's happened. Maybe somebody fell in there and they haven't reported it. But between McDonald's closing, the reports of the Japanese McDonald's try to pass the buck, try to blame it on the Americans, saying we got the food from the USA. It didn't come from here. And then they said, oh, you know what? That's probably somebody playing a prank. But they're closing a lot of branches down at McDonald's. And McDonald's traditionally, Nick, in the last 40, 50 years has been one of the safest franchises you could buy. Because what they do is they do a very, very detailed demographic study of where you're going to put these McDonald's, about the income of the people, where they are, the population. They don't just put them randomly. They're very, very specific about where they are. So human meat in the McDonald's food, including children's teeth that have been ground up and put in there. Very disturbing.
But why?
But why? It's where they hide the bodies. That's what they're saying. You know how many children disappear every year? Where are they going to hide? Say if there's 250,000 children disappear in America every year, where are all the bodies? Most people think, what are they going to do? Drive them along the highway? They always get discovered. They never bury them deep enough. You've got weather conditions that expose them. Animals expose them. It's hard. You'd be surprised how difficult it is to hide a body. And I'll tell you why I know, Nick, because there's neither North or South Carolina. There's the body farm. Now, the FBI they use this as a training ground. So what happens is when the Americans die, they leave the body to science. And what they do in this ground is they put the bodies in different situations. One of them will be left out. One will be semi-buried. One will be fully buried. One will be buried upside down. They do all these experiments about how the decomposing the bodies helps them with the science when they find a murder victim or a body that they're not sure how.
All right, yeah. So look, all right, back.
I was taking notes over here when you decompose.
Okay. Giving a lot of information.
He was like, "How you be surprised how hard it is to hide about?"
That's why I was like, has he tried this? We might need to look at him because
he said that like he got experience, fam. Like
yo,
you be surprised, bro. You be surprised
either experience or he got information, and as comfortable as he was spewing that, I mean, you got to kind of put it into a perspective. Like, everybody is not in agreement with the stuff that they doing to children. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's a thing where people don't really believe that that's going on, but like every year it's somewhere like 700,000 children, and it be the ones that be misplaced through these other foreign countries as well too. It don't, and that be the hardest thing though, y'all. Like it's a real thing though, like and he made some points that made me be like, damn, yo, it's hard to try to not really put that in a perspective when they say, yo, where they gonna hide the bodies at?
Yeah. What I mean. Okay.
What you laughing at? What you laughing at? Say something, yo. What you laughing at? Yeah. What y'all thinking though? Like, I mean, come on. I know y'all don't eat at McDonald's. Y'all eat at McDonald's?
Hell no.
I don't even eat beef.
Nah.
But I
Eating
will
from-
go in there and get some fries from time to time. I ain't even gonna lie. I like fries.
Okay. Go ahead though.
I haven't eaten from McDonald's in like what, about 7, 8 years. Like I've been McDonald's for a while. It just tastes different. It was just something different, you know, from when it was way back when. Even though they were selling horse meat way back when, wasn't the thing when they were selling horse meat as the
You remember that, yo? In the little what was it? The McDouble or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it always come with McDonald's, and I just don't understand why people still eat from there. Like I just don't get it. Like
It was the McRib or something, wasn't it? They was trying to figure out
yeah,
where it came from.
I ain't ever tried that. It just didn't even seem right.
me neither. Because why would I go to? Well, I'm not going to a burger place and get no fucking ribs sandwich.
Right. A
Like
rib.
going there and getting their wings. What the fuck? Like what?
Yeah, like not never.
But look, I never had one because it's pork though, right? But the people I did know that got it, I was like, yo, what ribs ain't got no bones, yo? Like how y'all? Why? Why
Yeah.
look got bones but it ain't got no bones, yo? Like
Right.
how y'all?
That joint they didn't even have no gristle. You know,
No
like
gristle?
they didn't have no gristle. You know
It
what I'm
don't look
saying?
like it did. It
Like ain't nobody that perfect. You know what I'm saying? I know some
Like
chefs.
it
I know
looked like
some
it's a whole thing up there with bones and the whole nine.
Bruh, I know some grill masters. It's hard to get it all off, you know what I'm saying, the bone, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
You
yo,
know.
I don't know grill shit, right?
I don't know
So
what they do in business.
this shit get deeper. Yo, so look, I got another one. So we gonna get, but before I go, it's just one thing. But one thing though, I know what the number one place I know people take their kids be freaking. It be the Golden Arches, right?
Be the
They be
golden arches, bro.
that Happy Meal and that other little thing because they offer a little toy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
often, so many times, so many parents they take their kids there. You know, that's working. You know, oh, I ain't got time to cook. I'm about to slide by here, get them a little Happy Meal, and bust a move. But this goes along with it, and you know, it go deeper when it come down to that because it's like it's man other stuff too. So yo, so we got Mike in the building. What up, Mike? What's going on, y'all? All right. So look, I'm gonna play this other one because you know I want to make sure that that I want to really get the point across, yo. All right, so this one right here, it don't really have nobody talking, so this is one of the ones that we gotta read real quick. But
Hey Rob, wait. Hey, that was Micah. And you gonna get me beat up. That's her name of me.
I said Mike, y'all.
I thought you said Mike.
Not like in her same her name. I was just shortening it up, giving her. I was like, yo, they gonna mic her, y'all. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nah,
I know you
okay.
ain't gonna get beat up. Trust me, she ain't.
I just didn't want to get beat up later, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't never known you to worry about getting beat up, man.
Well, look, you know, she's short, so she can reach a lot of places that I ain't scared to fight no big dude because they gonna be swinging the same place I'm swinging. You know, I can block them punches, but when you like, you know, when you short, you know what I'm saying, it's hard. You know, they
I
got
like
an advantage. You know
your
what
voice.
I'm saying?
I like how your voice changed. I like how your voice got real
My voice,
professional.
man.
You you was you was a pimp a few minutes
I
ago.
don't listen. I don't fight.
Hey, professional shit right now.
I don't fight short people without knee pads. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, son, that's what you saying. You gotta get down on your knee to make it even.
I got yeah. So now be even, and then I can block stuff.
I bet. So look, I'm about to play this next one, y'all. So look, check this out. This is not one that got like it got like some little music or some shit like that to it, but I got it's not really long, but yeah. So look,
Wait, what? I couldn't even read that. That was
that one, that one was about Wendy's and you know your joint, and they was breaking it down based on like what the scientists found was in the way they were advertising it. So for Wendy's, it was like the little 1 cent burger or the little what is it called? The little Happy Meal? No, the value joint, a value burger or whatever.
Okay.
Then there was another thing about McDonald's when it had to do with the French fries. So
Okay.
it was like, yo, it should never be a perfect potato because the way potatoes grow, and even if you cut it, it's gonna have some resemblance of it being a real potato on it. It's gonna have like a notch or something on it. And they were saying that, when you get these perfect French fries with nothing on it, that mean that they've been treated and processed to put together to look a certain way. And then that's the French fries that they normally sell. Versus if you go to a place like maybe well, I don't even really see them doing it no more. I remember I used to go to Five Guys, but I don't eat beef like that no more. But I used to go to Five Guys, and then they used to have a potato in the
Yeah,
little. They used to be over in the corner doing like this to the shit, making the motherfuckers out of.
them jokes is on point though.
They
Listen,
on point
okay,
all day.
listen.
All day. Defects, everything,
Oh
boy.
man, and then they got the
Double.
seasoning salt. I don't know what it might be. Larry's. I don't know whose season salt they got. Man,
It don't even matter. Them joints be fire.
I'm telling you, but
And they
they.
give you a whole bag of them joints. Just
I
don't
mean,
make
like, bow,
First
bow.
time I went in there, I was like, y'all gonna give me all these? I thought the dude was hooking me up, bro. Swear to God.
I thought so
I thought
too.
he was hooking me up. I thought it was like, oh, okay, man. You ain't gonna tell your manager, like you ain't gonna get in trouble.
He was
Them
like,
fries be a whole meal be like $10. No, you better give me as much fries. I'm paying like $8 for these fries. Don't play with me.
no, that's true. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't no cheap little burger either. But the
But
fact that they give you all the fries they got up in the thing at that time, though,
you know what's funny though? You can't get no meal for under $10 nowhere no more.
Mm-mm.
oh,
Everybody
you
so
can at McDonald's, at Wendy's.
now
Get it for 10 cents, son. You ain't gonna
no,
get no real food, yo.
no, I ain't gonna lie like CJ. I've been recently, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably about 8 months ago. Talking about CJ talking about she ain't been
You
to
lying?
7 years. No,
I will
man,
call my husband in here. I
I
haven't eaten McDonald's in about 7 or 8 years.
When you
call
went recently? What you eat, yo? Since you said you went, what you get?
Paul, you said you went recently. What you get?
You get
oh
you got a McBurger. What you?
I forgot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why.
I went there because I needed a salad, and I wanted the salad real fast, and they
Who
had
go to
this.
McDonald's for a fucking salad?
Everywhere else was closed. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you're gonna be
McDonald's
anything,
was
be
open.
fucking for real. If you're gonna
But
be
no,
anything,
I had a
Paul.
combo meal. I had a combo meal, and
Exactly, yo.
that joint was about $11, man.
Well, true, but that's because you got the whole combo. But everything that you got from McDonald's, none of that shit was real. The bread, none of that shit.
None of it.
Lettuce might have been
And
alright
you can taste the difference. I remember how it tasted when I was 8 years old
versus what
to
it tastes
now.
right now, right?
You
Yo,
know what I'm saying?
oh,
It's not the same. It tastes like the bread tastes like paper.
man,
This my last experience with McDonald's. The bread tasted like paper. Like I threw half of it away.
it ain't
Like
it
it
ain't
was crazy.
it
And
ain't
yet
for
people still go. Like I don't understand why they in business. People know this and they will still go and spend their money. I don't.
Hey,
like
but I
listen.
want them
Man,
special 2.5.
but people won't believe certain things. Like how like we could talk like right now we having this conversation about these places, and then hopefully it'll spark people to go research on their own, like because there's way more information out there. I mean, I'm not even scratching the surface, but there's so much more information out there, and it seemed like if they would go ahead and just research it, it would change their mind though, CJ. But I don't know, like I really don't get it. Like where would anybody think that it was cool for them to give you a 10-cent burger and you thought it was going to be like a real burger, like 10 cent.
Bro, you
No, dead ass. Think about it. It was 10 cent, B.
so
And then
when
nigga,
so check it. So when do you think it'll be interesting to know when they flipped over? Because this started with McDonald's because remember cheeseburgers used to be 60 cents. I don't know if y'all remember some of that. Like it was like hamburgers was like 50 cents, cheeseburgers was like 60 cents, right? Just to roll up and get a cheeseburger.
regular cheeseburger.
And like when we was kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, when I wonder when the switch happened, like when they went from, or if it was ever real meat.
It may not have been because, like my man said, they do the research. They do the research on the demographics of the people in the area. They know how much money the people making. They know like exactly who is around. So they could have sent certain things to certain places.
Well, that's everybody. I think that's every company does that type of research. Matter of fact, some people even say Walmart, like depending on what area it is, they send like the better produce to certain areas versus another area.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, it don't make sense, but I could see that happening. Like making sure based on how much money is in a what is it called in a zip.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, hey yo, so that goes back to something we were talking about last week about opening up our own grocery store some type of way because it looked like the value, huh?
That'd be dope.
Where opening up your own grocery store,
Mhm.
yeah. Because the opportunity is in that. Like if we kind of think about it, like controlling the food, because most of the time, I mean, I don't really know. I know a lot of people who say that they could like I don't know they could grow food, like they know how to do it. But then there's people who we know how to do it.
Well,
We're gonna paying them like, yo, fam, you mind coming over here and work on this farm? We gonna put you up. Not like no slave and nothing like that. We're gonna put you in a
well,
really
Rob, I know 2 women that couldn't work there because they be munching.
who these two? Yo, but look, see,
I know they be eating the fruit before she get to the register.
Absolutely.
they probably will, but shit, they're about that money though. I don't know. They're about that money, yo. They can't be saying like we gonna be out there having them blueberries. They gonna be like,
we can't sell no chicken and Mika gonna work there. I already know.
Look,
That.
you just
The
gotta
wing-
have extra
the
chicken.
wing-
So have enough for me and enough
wing
for everybody
area.
else.
the wing area is off limits. You cannot.
me over there by the butcher.
That piece to the side, that's for me. That
Yeah,
was mine.
and then be hollering at you, Paul. Hey, yo, Paul, when you lighting the grill, you said you was gonna.
I'm gonna be like, look, Mika, we just had a conversation about this. You cannot leave the meeting and say okay and then go straight to the chick. Like you cannot.
I thought we had an understanding though, so I took from the conversation to go get it. So
this is my takeaway. This is my takeaway point.
From meeting. Yeah, definitely. That means I need to go holler at the chicken people and be like, yo, cut this, cut that, then cut that.
So,
right, yo, that's what I'm saying.
So
but that'll be
dope. Big piece like last time.
That'll be dope though. We get out, we could get our own grocery store, and it ain't really hard. I think the only thing is that it's not interesting to people, I guess, for them to do the research on how to do it. Like we can really open a grocery store, yo. We could partner up with farms. We could buy land and farm our own certain produce and stuff like that, and import other things from other companies and shit like that. So I don't know. It's out there. I guess it would be a great opportunity for us as a group, or to really be able to concentrate on something fly like that, man, and make it really dope. Because some of these other places are fly, man, like Wegmans. It's a whole experience walking through there. Publix is pretty dope too. I don't know where they get their carts from, but their carts are perfect. They the most gliding these damn carts. I found myself standing on the back of it, Old grown ass nigga sitting there.
Look,
glide.
it be the weight be evenly distributed. You ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You can stand on. I can stand on the back of that joint, and it like it know I'm standing on there versus Rob. So it know to stay on the ground. Like it don't even pop a wheelie when I get on.
Oh, it don't. I wasn't even gonna say that part because
I want to just go there and play with the cards.
Listen, look, I ain't want other people to enjoy it like I did because I was in that moment. Oh man, just floating through. Like the carts are amazing.
That's right. Hey, coming to the spring team collective cart Olympics.
Our own cart, cart Olympics through Publix and shit,
Hey, let's do it. Film a cart Olympics, Rob.
Oh, that's we could do it. We could do it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I ain't even gonna front. But yo, hold on. I got another joint, yo. So let's see how this one flows. I think this one got words, though. Hold
on. It's the meat industry's dirty secret. A way of turning the scraps too small to sell as a premium steak back into a juicy, plump eye fillet to sell for a premium price. So clever, you'll never tell. Not even an expert can.
Before, you didn't even pick that as a join, though, did you?
It doesn't even tear through the joint. A bit hard to tell, isn't it? I've just got some fine diced beef and my special enzyme. I'm just going to mix it up a bit.
Why have we got the masks on?
This is dangerous. See that? Don't breathe that in.
This powder is transglutaminase enzyme, otherwise known as meat glue. Meat glues come in a number of forms, some produced by cultivating bacteria, the others, the primary ingredient comes from the blood plasma of pigs and cattle, specifically the coagulant which causes blood to clot. In the food industry, it has amazing properties.
So just got a little bit here, about a teaspoonful.
Yep.
Just over the top like that. And with our gloves on, of course, we mix it up.
Then roll it in plastic film and refrigerate. 6 hours later, you have a solid piece of meat.
And essentially, you've got a reborn, rebirthed eye fillet.
More or less, yeah.
And it's not just beef. Pork, lamb, fish and chicken are all stuck back together using this glue.
Are you just shaking your head?
A little bit. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
This cube roll we bought from a wholesaler that produces stuck-together steaks en masse. Their effort's so good, James, our butcher, couldn't tell even when it was raw. It's even harder in the restaurant, which are some of the biggest users of glued meat. And chances are, unless you're a vegetarian, you're eating it on a regular basis. But with current labelling laws, neither butchers nor your local eatery have to tell you you're eating chicken glued together with cow's blood or beef held together by pig.
We had no idea how guarded a secret this was until we started contacting restaurateurs and butchers to ask them about the use of meat glue. Many of them didn't want to speak for fear of upsetting their suppliers, creating bad blood in an industry that has become very clever at using this product.
In New South Wales, new labelling regulations have just been introduced to help consumers choose quality meat, but it's not compulsory. So for most of us, picking a quality piece of meat is still a shot in the dark.
That shit just stressed me out. I mean, don't get me wrong. Because what I don't understand is even if people don't quote unquote believe the conspiracies, my whole thing is, do you not believe what your body is telling you? Because your body is reacting differently to these products and all this shit that they putting in it. So how is it that I don't care if you don't believe a TikTok video, because bitches, you listen to your body. Now you got stomach problem, you got all these health problems, and your ass going to the doctor. Now they putting you on all these medications when all you gotta do is just simply change your diet. People don't even know if you got eczema, if you just simply change your diet, you can literally clear your fucking eczema up. So what make you think that if you don't have these digestive, these issues with your fucking gut and all these health issues, that if you just simply change your diet, that you're gonna be able to see a difference? Like, that's like, people are just so fucking stupid. That's why I hate them.
Hate people.
You don't hate people.
People are stupid. That's
very.
People stupid, but you know,
very.
You know, you gotta think about it. Very few people even know this information either. You know, to believe it or disbelieve it. You know, they really be going to these places. They go to these places and that stuff look like it's fresh. That meat look like it's fresh. I mean, unless you could go to somewhere that actually got a butcher. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you actually see
but he
said
his butcher was in there. His butcher couldn't even tell. Like, the dude couldn't even tell. Like, bro.
He was talking about fillets already. But you know, like, that's like when we go to, like, you know, the regular grocery stores and it's a steak or it's something already prepackaged. You know, versus like if you go to the Latino joint, they got an actual butcher in the joint where you see the side of beef, they sliding it through the thing and all that. So it's a difference.
But now, Rod, look, what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying, but even the butchers are getting the meat whole. They talking about putting the joint back together like a big a big brisket. Like when you get them joints from Sam, you get them. Go to Sam's Club. Sam's Club got big fillet for like $80, and you can cut like 15 slices of the fillet like that you see in a restaurant. You can
Yeah.
cut 15 of those from one of those $80 like slabs, right? But it's all meat. Like you can't, like when you're looking at it in the plastic, you ain't really thinking about that. So the butchers might be getting it whole and slicing that joint up. That's pretty much what the butcher is. So I mean, I don't think they know. I think they're doing this type of stuff before it even get down to that level.
But it's been videos and stuff that people have posted where you know how we clean our meat. So it's mainly us. You know how we clean our meat, and a lot of people clean it with either baking soda, salt, just whatever, depending on what the meat is.
Right.
And it actually showed like the meat falling apart or like shit wiggling in the meat. Like to me, I feel like the statement you made, raw far as like people don't know. I don't that excuse for me in today's age don't fly because you have so much like information right now is so prevalent to the point that people are overloaded, and it's overload sensory to the point where everybody's fucking sensitive to everything because they don't know how to intake all this information that's being brought to their attention. So to say that a lot of people don't know, that's bullshit. I feel like in this day and age, if you still decide to fall for that, you just part of that dead weight. Like you just at this point, you just part of those people that don't do the research or you don't actually, listen to your body. That's just shit that you just don't do.
Right.
That would give you the ability to catch these things in a timely fashion, or at least be able to, maneuver
Right.
or make that change once you be hip to that information.
Right.
Because I do shrimp, I'll do fish, but I really, and I do turkey wings, but I'm trying to really like ease up. I ease up off beef a lot.
Right.
Chicken, I'm trying to, eat because my body don't react to it the same. You can simply stop, like change your diet, and you can see for yourself that it's the fucking meat. Like, how is people not seeing it? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't know. You're right. I think it's a lot of information out here, and I think the part is it really is no excuse for people not to find out. And I think that's the truth. Like it's really too much information out here for people to really not know. Like if they feel their stomach feeling a certain way or their body feeling a certain way after they eat something, for them not to go out there and be like, "Yo, what is the reaction to it?" And then go find out like some shit like we showing tonight. Now I understand people because they label things conspiracy theories. A lot of people will not believe it when they see it just because of that label, not knowing that the people who don't want the information to get out will put a label on some shit just to make you like deter you from going out there to do it. Because think about it, how often do you hear people say like, um, they got that gastric bypass surgery thing, when they put the clamp on your stomach so people can't.
Mm-hmm.
And then people say, "Yo, I got skinny because I wasn't able to eat as much of the stuff that I was eating before." But you never hear about the people saying, "I stopped eating what I was eating before." That's the crazy shit.
Right.
They say, "I
Right.
don't eat much of it no more."
And there's way more people doing the second part of what you just said. Like that's primarily how I stopped. I lost weight. When I
Right,
lost weight it was fasting. It was literally pushing the plate away. You know what I'm saying? And so it wasn't no gastric bypass. I mean, I ain't lose that much weight to one of them joints. They be losing like 100, 150 pounds with them joints. But I'm just saying,
3 days too.
it's
Shit.
but it's the same concept. It just take discipline. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Take discipline and accountability with it. But the other side is this: on the business side, if you understand what these companies, the it's it's very daunting to have to feed the masses, right? So all these companies that are in that business, first of all, they got to find a way to keep this stuff coming because people ain't going. Again, people that sleepwalking, they not paying attention. They just want to eat. They just want to eat and they just want to feed their family. That's it, right?
right,
So on the grocery store, they're not reading labels. Majority of people not reading labels. They seeing what's on sale, it, and they buying it. They seeing what's on sale. They buying it. They going to the cheap joint, the cheap grocery stores, and all that kind of stuff. And I got to think about that. Like sometimes the stuff that you put in your body, it ain't really the best thing to pay for what costs the lower amount. You know what I'm saying? Like what you can get. You know what I'm saying? But just because you got to figure, well, why is this $2 and that's $10? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're really thinking about it.
True.
But these companies, man, they had to find a way to feed all these people, and it ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? I saw a video. Rizza Islam, what the dude he said, how y'all gonna serve 3 billion people and it ain't even that many cows? You know what I'm saying? Like we, you know what I'm saying? We got a cow short. Where the meat coming from? If it's beef, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, the math just wasn't math, and then that's
they coming from other countries. I heard they import most of their beef from like Sweden and all these other places that's imported because what they do, they pay the farmers over here not to grow the shit. Your boy Bill Gates been up here buying up all the farms and all that other shit, and then other farmers have been paid to destroy their crops and not grow shit. So it's being done on purpose. It's not like the food wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? It's just that they're doing it on purpose to keep what people in a certain space in a certain control. Like, y'all gonna go to the grocery store and y'all gonna get the shit that we giving y'all. This glued up meat, especially everybody who eat beef. Now think about it. They can't do that to chicken, but I think the chicken don't be real. The chicken might be still cloned. I don't know.
yeah.
Cause that shit don't taste the same no more either, yo.
What was this with all because I stopped by KFC a few months ago too, and I had to throw that away too because it does not taste like chicken that you cooked yourself or something that you bought washed off. You know what I'm saying, and all that kind. Just the meat, period. The consistency of the meat, the whole 9 yards. It's just all different. But the thing is, imagine how much food would be or would cost if we was just only eating real meat. Because it's finite. You know what I'm saying? It's there's a limited supply. You know what I'm saying? We literally be sitting there waiting for these animals to be born. Like we literally be sitting in a room somewhere waiting for cows to be born just to take home some meat, bro.
I don't know though. I don't know, Big P, because if they are destroying them and if they purposely are not, I don't know. I just still think that we could because you think about how big one cow is, like, and all the stuff they could get. It'll feed a couple people, like, well, more than a couple. But I don't know, B. I don't know. I don't know if we would really be out of it.
I don't like the heavy meat. I'm a seafood girly, so I don't.
And then it's in seafood. They can't lie and say that. And they farming fish and making fake fish too. Gluing fish. Like my man said in the video, they gluing fish together too and serving it in restaurants. So, but we all know it's an abundance of fish out there. So there's no way that, I don't know. I just think that to keep people sick, to keep the rotation going, to keep the money flowing, this is what happens until people get into because imagine if we all had our own plot of land. I don't know how much land you think we need, y'all. About just say like we have about 5 acres apiece, and maybe like on 2 acres you could grow your own. Well, graze your own animals. Maybe I don't know. Maybe like 2 acres. Hey, how much you think you need?
Bro, it ain't even. If you mean us, cool, but it ain't even enough land. It ain't even enough land for everybody to have 5 acres.
Have some polyamorous
relationships. Oh no, it gotta be.
It's all that's
finite. To have some sister wives and brother husbands.
Land is finite. The resources, all this stuff is finite, and we about to see in the next few years, like with water, and that's why it's a battle over all these natural resources and who control the water, what type of regulations we got with the water situations. Like we got a whole Eastern North Carolina got a whole water situation going on right now.
Yeah, but I still think that's purpose though. It's not like because it's just happening naturally. Like especially when you could go out here to certain parts of the country and there's people got wells still. Like it's water under the ground. Like people still got wells. So it's not like and like I said, B, I don't know. Like I get that what the reports are saying, but I can't necessarily say it's just because it's naturally happening like this. I think it's purposely being done. Like seriously. Like I don't think we just out here with a shortage of stuff. Like even with land, like we ride by a bunch of land all day, but then the animals gotta have somewhere to live too. Because if not, they're gonna start coming down and jumping on your porch and shit. everything else. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to cook no bacon, and the bear live right there. He used to live right there, but now it's a condo there. So I'm saying it's enough. I don't really think, and like Meek said, it'll be a bunch of like poly situations going on where it be groups of people together in one plot, making sure everything roll around. But that's how it used to be anyway. So it's eventually gonna get back there, yo. Word. All right, hold on. There's some comments out here. Let's see, yo, time to move to Puerto Rico where the chicken run around in the backyard. Now they do, but then that's another thing too. Like even when you think about places where people have their own like livestock and stuff like that, they chickens and stuff, you know, if you're a person that really like chicken, you're gonna have to have a lot. You're gonna have to have a lot of motherfucking chickens. Cause think about people who just go buy a rotisserie.
Like Mika would have no.
That chicken, she had to have like you have to have some acres for certain people. That's what they into. Some chicken. Yeah. I had one of them big ass barns just for the chickens. Like, you're gonna get the eggs and everything else. I bet. So I got more, yo. I don't know. I got more other stuff too. Like I wanted to ask y'all a question though about something, like to see if y'all thought about it. But hold on, let me see what this last one.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth.
Well, hold on. So that was a slide, I know.
That was fast, bro. Hey, look,
I stopped it. Hold on. I stopped it because I wanted to wait before I play it. I wanted to show y'all like, all right, so
man, let me zoom in on that joint.
With that one is talking about where they made steaks out of people. Right? These are real news reports. Let me tell you why. Hold on. Because they found a race of giants. And these are the real news reports. And how they're bargaining with them is that because they eat human flesh. So they are taking people, creating these different like versions of different meat that we would call for the cow. They're making them out of people, and they're actually selling them for these people. So I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna pause it, but I gotta play it in a way where because it go by pretty quick. But I wanted y'all to see it because these are real news articles. This is not a video of somebody talking and they put together. These are news articles. All right, first of all.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth. We are not the same with or without.
Did you see the thing when it said the underwater humanoids and they've been feeding them the steaks, the human steaks? So now these are real joints. So this brings me back to another thing because we got a little bit of time. Now I don't know. Have y'all like? All right. So do y'all? First of all, do y'all think the Earth is flat or round? Y'all, do y'all think that? Just personally, it don't matter. It ain't no right or wrong answer. But what do y'all think?
Mathematically, the Earth is round.
Yeah.
Round?
I think that motherfucker got more land than what they saying it does. I don't know about the round or flat thing, but I know that it's bigger than what the fuck they saying it is.
What about you, Meek? What's going on?
Round. It's round.
You think it's round? I bet. So they've been talking about it's been an ice wall around us, right? Through Antarctica, because people have been doing all the research and they can't find a way where, the way that it's breaking down, it doesn't seem like the North and South Pole are a place that's really up and down, but it's just a point. And that we are surrounded by a wall of ice. And on the other side of that wall of ice is other lands and other places and other things, right? So they feel like we're in a firmament. I don't know how, that will be the round part that people may actually get to see, or what makes it seem like the whole globe is round, which, if that's where they're getting it from. But is it a flat surface with a dome on top? Right? Because coming in and out of here, so when they say coming in and out of the atmosphere, they really coming in and out of water. That's what they saying. But look, I'm gonna show y'all some videos of a couple of people who actually but I'm gonna do this one real quick because this is one of a fisherman who actually went as far as the wall, as far as you could go without being met by, military and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So just tell me what y'all think.
I want to see this. Stretching off into the horizon, we have one of the largest
tabular icebergs currently on our planet. It just keeps going. Something this big is kind of hard to comprehend even when it's right in front of you, but this speaks to how much fresh, frozen water is down in the Southern Ocean. For anyone wanting some perspective, take a look at the birds that are flying next to this thing. It's probably about 200 feet high, and that's just about 15% of what's sticking out of the water. The rest is down below, like an ice wall, drifting through the ocean, currently heading east toward the South Orkney Islands. Kind of wouldn't believe it if...
All right, so look, ice wall. All right, so like a lot of people are not getting past it, but get into it. Now, somewhere along the line, we have a bunch of people who found out how you can find flight patterns. So they've been catching a whole bunch of different scenarios like that. So, first of all, before I move to the next one, what y'all think about that? Y'all think that's an artificial? I mean, it is ice. It looks like a wall, but do y'all feel like that's man-made or is that artificial?
That shit is real.
Shit real, right?
Yeah.
What you think, Paul? You got the squinty eyes. What you thinking, y'all? What you thinking?
I don't know, bro. I can't tell from a 5-second video. I have to do a little bit of research on it, but
Oh, I got more.
you know. But no, I'm just saying, like, I mean, that particular video, and then the caption said it was heavily guarded. I ain't see no guards out there. If it was
It is heavily.
guarded,
It is.
you
If you go and you do research, if you get, because it's a restricted, you can't even fly over a certain part of Antarctica. You can't go, like, it's a lot of places that's restricted, and if you go anywhere near them places, they will shoot your ass first and ask questions later. Like, they will not play with you. So it's very interesting. I think you should look into it because they have all the information. Like, it will tell you that shit is heavily guarded.
And I got one video where the dude is actually in their boat and they actually do go, and a ship.
They came and got their ass about that water. Yes, sir.
And they actually came and meet them. And, they haven't been seen since. But it's other stuff, though, because, back in the day, like they got a bunch of declassified documents, right, that the government has declassified. The only thing is that it puts people in the same thing, like, whether they want to believe it or not. That's just up to people. We don't know. They ain't got nothing to do with us. But they got pictures of different things that have happened on the other side of the ice wall, B. And to me, it just makes me wonder, like, when we think about the people who are in control of the population and we think about all the things that have happened purposely, it all goes back to these other stories that's been told about how these people were given the power, what their plans were, and what these things that they're doing. Even though certain prophecies are not being fulfilled, because I mean they're not going to follow it to the T. But that's definitely based on history, or not their history, but doing your own research about certain things. Then you understand why. Same thing we was talking about with the food shortages or the water and all that other shit. How could there be a shortage of fresh water when they have this much ice sticking out the ocean that's nothing but fresh water? There's no way. So whether we believe in the ice wall is the reason why we are, flat or not, there's no way that we can sit around here and say, yo, man, it's a water shortage, it's a water crisis because we don't have enough water. That's a motherfucking lie. We just showed a 200-mile, I mean, what did he say? 200, 200 feet? 200 feet?
I think that's what he said.
But no, that's not.
That's fresh water, though.
It's more to it than that. You still got to get that water to Flint. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not. It ain't just going. Let's ride up there with some water jugs. And see if they you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing that. Somebody gonna come between. Somebody gonna monetize it. Somebody got to test it, make sure it can do. It's a lot of stuff in between there. So when people say fresh water versus, it's just like the meat. You know what I'm saying? People, you're not just gonna find 100 cows and be like, ooh, look, it's 100 cows that we can eat. Nah, it's something else too.
Yeah, you might. But my thing is, if we understand what ice is, because the ocean water doesn't freeze based on the salt. So the only thing that can freeze is fresh water. I mean, that's science. I mean, nobody can refute that. So whatever that is there, that's water. That's fresh water that's frozen. It's not, as you can see, the ocean is in the ocean. The ocean is not frozen because it can't. So it gotta have something that they could use as a base, like you said, though, P. It gotta be something they could use as a base to be able to get fresh water to a place that don't have it. And what I'm saying, it's a lie when they say that they don't have these things. That's the only thing I'm saying. It makes it to be a lie because we got common sense, and I don't understand why they feel like we don't. All right.
I knew everybody was stupid when they said it was a shortage of chicken wings, but yet it was still chicken thighs, chicken breast. Everybody was like, I was through with society. I was like, you know what? I'm officially done. Like, y'all can real lie, like, suck me off. Because what the fuck? They're running an experiment. And whether you want to believe it or not, like you say, the information is there. Like, do what you want with it, but it is there and it is happening, whether you want to believe it or not. What the fuck they getting the chicken wings from, or the rest of the part of the chicken, and they are shortage on chicken wings? Make me understand it.
I'll make you understand it. It's when you need somebody to buy something. So if you ran a shop and you selling socks and underwear,
right,
and that's all they can get for you, socks and underwear. So and people come in there with all kinds of sock needs, and they just buying socks from you, but people just keeping the same underwear, for years. Well, eventually you're gonna have more underwear. You're gonna have a surplus of underwear, and be limited on the socks. So if you, Mr. Business Owner, want to sell some underwear, guess what you're gonna have to do? When people come in there, you're gonna have to find a way to get them to buy socks and underwear. Or you're gonna have to find a way to get them to say, hey man, guess what? Such and such, y'all need to buy underwear right now because it's gonna be a shortage. And then they're gonna be like, okay, well, we're gonna buy underwear now. So if you ain't selling chicken thighs and chicken wings is selling off the rack, how you gonna sell chicken thighs? To tell people ain't no more wings.
Yeah, but think about it. The same chicken that they getting the thighs from still gonna have wings. So what are they going to do?
Thank you.
This
I'm talking about the verbiage.
I get it.
How you
what are they
sell thighs?
But they not selling the wings though. Remember, they said it was a shortage. Like all they had was like thighs, legs.
They weren't selling wings at all.
They
Like
weren't selling wings at all. So
I'm
saying, what was they doing with the wings that came with the chicken to the thighs and legs and breasts that they were selling? That means that whenever they did start selling wings again, it was old ass wings.
No, my point is that now I can sell wings at a premium because whether individual people buy wings, supplier people, BW3s, Wild Wings, all these restaurants buy them in bulk, and that's the money we really care about is them people. Now they can sell wings for more than what they can take the price up for wings. In the meantime, I can sell these thighs off the shelf too, because I just told people ain't no more wings, so you got to eat these thighs. So now I'm selling thighs where I wasn't selling them before, and I can sell wings for more money. That's just my business mind.
But
talking
that's for the places who had wings, is what I'm saying. But there were when they said it was a wing shortage, though, fam. Not that wings was mad high. There was no wings nowhere. That's what I'm talking about. Where were the wings to buy at premium?
Dog, I was still buying wings. I get what y'all saying. I was still buying.
You was buying. You was buying wings.
Still buying wings from the grocery store. I would still get wings when I went out to a restaurant. I didn't feel none of that wing shortage stuff. I heard it in the news, but I didn't feel it personally. And I don't know a lot of people in my circle that did either. I'm just saying. I'm just saying out loud.
I don't know. I ain't saying that people felt it personally, but what we saying is that regardless of what they saying, they were saying it was a wing short. Remember, Wing Stop. The name of the motherfucking business is Wing Stop. They stopped wings, nigga, and they was doing thighs. I'm dead ass. You get no wings. They had different combos for thighs, nigga. You would get lemon pepper thigh. You could get.
I know.
You would get, But they did not have no wings though. They wasn't like, okay, you could get your 10, 20 wings, but we're gonna charge you more. No, nigga, you gotta get these thighs, yo. That's what they were selling. So that's what I'm saying. What we saying is that I get what you saying. It's a smart business move. Switch people around, make them pay more for wings, and they was paying less for and all that other dumb shit. I get that. But where were the wings to pay for a premium? That mean that whenever they went back to saying, hey, the wings are back where they supposed to be, because now it ain't no shortage no more. So if the wings back, where were the wings at? That mean that they pumped them old wings full of preservatives and held them in the back, waiting for these thighs and these breasts and these legs to sell. Wingstop had legs too.
Check this out. I'm gonna give you a quick. I'm gonna give you a quick example. When it was a gas shortage. Remember when it was gas shortage and gas prices went all through the roof.
Right.
And then when you go to the gas station and it was all out of 87, which gas did you put in there? Which gas did you put in your car if you needed gas?
Diesel? No, I'm just playing.
No,
the one, whatever one that was there, what was it, like 90,
89 or 93? And people was pissed off, but guess what? They left there with a full tank of gas, a 93. You know what I'm saying? They bought that 93, even though they needed 87.
But look, Big P, for the person who don't ever put 87 in their joint, it's people out here who can't put 87 in their joint, even when it ain't a shortage. They gotta do 89 or 93, depending on the make and model of their car.
But the
they
point
still
is
getting that line with the rest of the motherfuckers that was coming to get that gas that could get 87. Think about that though, Pete.
But no, that's not, Ron, that's the point. The point is that if you tell people ain't enough for something, and then ain't no more 87, and we just cut the pump off, and people need gas, they're gonna buy 93. If people wanted to eat chicken and you tell them it ain't no wings, they're gonna buy thighs. And if I'm a company that's got 1 million thighs because people ain't eating thighs like they eat wings, how else I'm supposed to sell all these thighs? It's just like them companies. Remember, it was a joke about this in a movie, how them electronic stores that be saying, ooh, going out of business. And then you run up in there buying all the stuff thinking they're going out of business. And then they have another going out of business sale 3 weeks later.
Right. I get you.
You know what I'm saying? It's business is diabolical, bro. This marketing. It's diabolical, bro.
But like I said, like what CJ was saying earlier, common sense will let you know. Like listen, we ain't no damn wing shortage, man. No matter how they word it, B, ain't no fucking wing shortage. We know it.
I agree with that.
We get that they gotta do whatever they gotta do to make their money, but we not crazy. It's just like when we said something about the information. The information is out there. It's up to you whether you get it or not. I remember that with Thigh Stop. Then they sent the link up. They had a joint called Thigh Stop, yo. Word. So I mean, I'm just saying, either way it go, they even changed their name for a little while just to be able to do it. All right, so look, that was just based off of one little video of the joint. So I'm gonna play this other one. This little dude, he kind of like sarcastic with it though, but he gonna do some things based on the flight patterns in order to say why they feel like that the Earth is like a flat mass, but then we're under a dome called the firmament, which gives it the roundness to what people say. So let's see what they say.
So you may be asking yourself, how is this guy so sure that the Earth is flat? Flight paths makes it pretty obvious. Now, in this flight, they made us stop in Amsterdam, which on the globe would make no sense. Why wouldn't they just fly from here straight through and stop in Africa? Here's another one that won't make any sense. Why did they go all the way up to Calgary here when they could have landed, somewhere in America? Okay, this one's gotta be seriously obvious to you guys. From London to Pakistan. And they emergency landing in Moscow. Why did they land it down here around, and the most obvious one of all, my favorite. These guys landed in LA. If they had, just look, guys, it's on.
Oh, I like that video. Hold on, you guys are running that shit back.
This shit crazy, right? So they're using the thing with flight patterns. I got another one too that's talking that got a breakdown of flight patterns too, where when you go take these trips to these different places, they always asking like if you look at the way that the globe is, if it's supposed to be round, the way that you fly to them, it would you would have to do like they said to go up to down to get to these places when technically you should be able to just fly straight across. And then whenever you do go look at the way the real flight goes, it's a straight shot. So what they doing is they're making people think that the world or the whole globe is round. But whenever people go follow the real flight patterns, they find out that it's really a straight shot because nobody ever feels the plane go down a descent whenever they going from one place to the other. So they're asking that. And then they're asking about the gravitational pull too. No, listen, I'm not saying this. This is just the way that the science is being broke down, though, B. Not me. So I don't know. But you gotta think about it. Like how many pilots? I got a joint too with the pilots too. We ain't gonna do it all tonight because it's too much. I got other shit too. But right now, I'm gonna show y'all this other joint, and they breaking down little things about flight patterns too. All I'm saying is that if we got an ice wall, and then we're supposed to be in the globe, and these are the routes that people travel on planes, it, it I don't know. I guess common sense just ain't common no more. Man. Hold on,
See, the
man.
thing about the ice wall is this is what separates us from extraterrestrial creatures and extraterrestrial lands. They tell you the real world map looks like this to divide us up and to make things look bigger than they are. But the real world map should look something like this. Each specific land has its own ice wall, and there are extraterrestrial lands and creatures outside of each specific land. The only reason they're coming out about aliens and ETs being real is only because ETs exist beyond the ice wall, not in space. And it's far more likely for ETs and other creatures to exist beyond this ice wall and to come to our land. And they know this, and this is why they have conferences about ETs, because they're not in space, they're beyond the ice wall, or really, really, really deep in the ocean. We're also in the age of Aquarius, so more information and unknown things will be shown to us. And they know that, they're just only preparing us for it.
All right, so look, that's another thing when they was talking about because they found a couple of things that have washed up on the shore. A couple of things that they could never explain. Some sea life that they never were able to tag and give a name and all that other shit. So when they traced it back and they figured out, because in certain waters, it's gonna be like the way they do the DNA, like on anything, they'll check it out and they could tell like at what part of whatever region that this particular mammal is in because of the fact of what is in the area, and that's what they get inside of them. But then when they come back to saying stuff that was going on over there, and then you think about it, yo, like, could they be lying about the way the map is? Could they? I'm asking you.
What you laughing at?
I want to know. Come on, Paul, go ahead, because you feel like it's not. I'm trying to figure it out. What you think?
No, okay. We talking common sense, right? Common sense. When were maps created? When was the map that we know of the Earth? Date that for me. Do some research on that. And now, do we think all these?
I do got the joint on that. So the map of the first guy who did the map or whatever of the world after the plane, it was like in the 1800s or something. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was something like 1820 something. Yeah.
Now that's from people actually getting on a boat.
No, that was a plane. Don't do it because no, it was a plane. It wasn't a boat. It was a plane.
No, it wasn't just a plane. These are from people who actually got on boats. People use planes. It's combined information. It's not just one set of information. Come back and say, okay, well, all that research y'all did when you were sailing from coast to coast and all this kind of stuff, and them maps were drawn, all that's wrong because we just flew and did this right here. No, all of that's combined information is what I'm saying. It's a joint effort. It's maps taken. Okay, well, this map is a piece. We're gonna find the other piece because we're gonna fly over here and do this right here. and do all this research too.
But what's
And
okay?
so somebody wake up. No. What my last sentence is, somebody gonna wake up yesterday and say, "Oh, it's an ice wall. Now it's a wall separating all." Because my man looked at that thing and said, "This is what the globe should look like." Like, bro, you know how long it took them people to sail and fly and walk and all this kind of stuff. It's just like the people that migrated from the East Coast to the West. How long it took for them to get across this country to the other coast. Are we about to say that didn't happen either?
Nah, but look, they got proof though. Come on now, let's think about this. Hold on for 1 second. Let me just say this to you, fam, because I don't know what we doing here. Because remember, like, we have circumvented the globe way before they even thought about a thing of slavery, B. Like, even over here in North America themselves, I remember they just unearthed a fucking pyramid in Mississippi, fam. Like, just recently. And they had to stop because it was so big, because of the town that grew over top of it. Because this is a pyramid, B. They found over 200 and something pyramids in North America. We got more pyramids here than we do in Africa, fam. We actually have a Sphinx in Mississippi that they just recently uncovered. Just recently. It ain't made national news. Why it ain't make national news? Because it goes back to the people who they call the original Mississippians. Who are them? So then it goes back then to, who really own, like, listen,
The tribe.
it go deeper than that. That's what I'm saying though, Paul. Like, no, we've been around. So whenever they say things about when he showed you a visual of a map. That wasn't his thing. He didn't make that. That wasn't AI generated. That was the version of a map. Now, remember, when you get back to like the Sumerians, or when you get back into all of these ancient cultures and stuff like that, they had maps. And if you think about the names of the place, Tartaria and all of these other places, these places was on the map.
Everybody map was insane. They were all the same.
And then when you come and you put it over here where we are, and they saying that the globe, as big as this globe is, they're saying it's only 7 continents, but then we got a freaking Bermuda Triangle where nobody could fly over because you disappeared. Where the fuck you go? Where you go? So what I'm saying to you is that they could only feed us but so much bullshit before it start to really make sense though, fam. Like, I don't know. But like, I get what you're trying to say, but no, these are all places that these people, listen, they got a whole thing where a man flew into one of the holes into the center of the earth where they say that the earth is hollow. And I know a lot of people don't believe in that either. Until you see some shit that you ain't supposed to see. Like, where's that? How it come up from up out of the ground? Why is everything coming from up out of the ground then when they coming out? Why? If it ain't nothing under the ground. So they building bunkers that's miles under the ground. B, they doing that.
Civilizations of people, like shit up underneath the ground. Like, it's cities being built on top of cities. Like, you can literally go underground and have access to whole fucking cities. Like, yeah,
like right now, like under New York, it's a whole fucking city that's under New York right now, under the ground. Not only there, if I want to say it's somewhere like in Massachusetts or some other shit, the whole thing is built over top of a whole city. Shit, they got a lake in Georgia. I don't know the name of it. Lake Norman, I think it's called. I may be mistaken, but that lake is over top of a whole town, like a town. Like, they flooded a town out with the people still in it to make that lake.
Okay, so just so we understand, I'm not refuting any of that y'all talking about. I believe that. I believe that I even put out a video that showed all the towns, especially towns inhabited by Black people that they actually made into lakes, trying to cover up something bad to happen. Okay, right. So I believe that those things happen. I'm talking about when you talking about a map on a global scale. If you gonna tell me North Carolina does not border Tennessee, I'm gonna need you to drive over there and tell me that. I don't want you to play no TikTok video and tell me that people that did research and flew and sailed and all this kind of stuff and actually drew nautical maps and all this kind of stuff is done because of your one TikTok video when you redrew the map in your sleep and woke up. And some people, come on now, y'all know, come on,
Nah, no,
y'all know some of this stuff.
But have you
y'all
ever
know some of this
researched?
stuff is way off, okay?
But
I'm just saying.
before you say that, have you ever researched maps before the 1900s? That's all I'm saying. Because
Ain't
like,
no way he have. I want you to do that shit right now. Actually,
you're gonna make
I
me
was
a
born in
whole series of
1969.
maps.
I
Hold
didn't do
on.
it
You're gonna
before
make
that.
me grab a whole series of maps before the 1900s.
look that shit up. I want you to look something because I'm really appalled at you, Paul. I really like.
What you talking about? All I'm saying
You should know this though, B. No, for real, seriously.
No.
Like,
For somebody to say that there's ice walls around land masses.
I'm surprised at you right now, Paul. I'm really surprised at you right now.
Think about it, P. No, P. Think about it. They just showed you. Listen,
one map. He showed me one map.
No.
You gonna do the research? What the fuck you want to do? Run you down the whole jump just
we'll
to
table
debunk
this.
it?
Okay, we'll table this. I'll do some research.
That's the reason for doing these videos when I do these like this, because it's a mad other videos, but I don't want to, just have it all about the one thing. That's why I'm saying
I got you.
But I want us to have these conversations so whenever we come back, you could be like, yo, Rob, I went and I looked it up. I bet. So I saw that these maps are here. And then bam, we could go through it because fam, I'm telling you, all the maps before the 1900s, even our continents don't look the same.
It wasn't the same.
They was able to walk through the Grand Canyon to get to Africa.
You better go look at that. You better go look
Now
at
that.
that.
No.
I'm
That's real proof. We ain't got to argue that. They could be able to walk through the Grand Canyon.
Right. And I understand that. And I know that there's research has been done. I'm talking about this whole, this new thing right here. You ain't.
But it ain't new though.
I'm gonna go do the research.
I got some old shit. Hold on, let me show you this video real quick. This all
I'll
old.
do the research.
Hold on. This all the shit before the 1900s. When they first had the cameras and all that other dumb shit. You know what I mean? So here
Pictures from beyond the ice wall.
So these are all pictures.
I think now that TikTok, I think some of them jokes is AI generated.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We not believing that.
I know. I'm not saying that they are.
Where's the
thing that I'm trying to help you? This is what I'm saying to you, P. Hold on. Before you go into the thing, this is what I'm saying to you. Some of them I don't believe was real. Some of them I feel like was AI generated, and then some of them they look authentic. But then at the same time, what I'm trying to say is that with the information that's coming out now, because we have this information. Remember, before it was a lot of things that was repressed. They allow a lot of things to come out now because why? Everybody's desensitized. But look at how fast they're moving, though. Look at how fast the agenda has been moved up. Did because think about the whole thing. Now they're doing this thing where, women don't have to carry babies no more. But you kind of look at how the recent uprise in women who have not been able to produce breast milk when they get pregnant. So then they talk about things that have been based on the food. So now they got this new thing with the pods where now you can get your baby in a bag or in a pod, and the baby grow.
What the fuck is you? What?
Yo, listen, because Japan and it was like 2, 3 other countries in Europe haven't had a baby born in like 3 months. So you already know they've been testing certain things in certain places on certain people. So now, boom, these people are going to be subject to what? Making sure that they get these babies that's in the pod or they in a bag, and the baby actually grow in a bag, like outside the womb or whatever. And you get to pick hold on, you get to pick the eye color, you get to pick what the hair is of the baby, you get to pick the skin color and the whole nine.
I wish these people realized they were not meant to
Do
be
you
here.
get what I'm saying? Like I'm dead ass. So whenever we don't understand, okay, or so how now we are. Wait, hold on. So now everybody is a citizen of Israel now in the U.S. government. Like since when? Like how all of a sudden do you know that they don't live in the White House? You know the White House was up on Zillow. That motherfucker has been sold. Buckingham Palace is completely boarded up. They don't even have them little guards out there no more. That shit is gone. These motherfuckers is in bunkers, dude. Like this is real new. This is real shit. So if they're not speeding up they speeding it up. Look at Neuralink. Look at how they trying to get the thing with the chip and all that other shit. Look how fast they pushing that shit. And now they got this new thing where they're well, we already know about the whole reptilian thing. That's a whole nother thing. We're not even going to deny that because they got this new thing that they doing where they're trying to infuse the DNA for people to be able to grow their limbs back. You heard about that, right? Nigga. It's a lot of weird shit going on. But we all like us, but I'm talking about people that have been distracted by Diddy, everything else that going on TV. Kind of remember now it's 2 wars going on at the same time. Like, and the US is funding both wars at the same time, dude. The same time. And then they got the whole thing with the pedophiles. I know you saw that. The whole the whole yo son, they get the flee. They get the flee to Israel. You get the flee to Israel. You get convicted of a pedophilia, sex crime, you get the flee to Israel. I know you seen that.
No, I
And
ain't
that's all. That's what I'm saying. So these are the things that people are not seeing. If that is not a thing to keep, so now everybody can't see it because that's why I didn't want to keep talking about trending topic. That's one of the things why I said, you know what, fuck that. I'm gonna stop being part of the problem. We've been talking about trending topics and shit that go on out there. It do make great commentary, but at the same time, then it's information that we be saying like, yo, we don't know, and then now we gonna talk about it because now people can go research it. Like you said, whether they believe that those pictures of people was real or not, now they could go research and find out what was going on before that. Because they do have pictures. Just like mermaids. People don't think that shit is real. Fuck them, I don't care. But then they can't explain what the Dogon tribe. They can't explain how the Dogon tribe knew how to motherfucking navigate and do all this other shit. These niggas ain't never had a computer. They knew about the stars. They knew about everything. Like how they know? They said people came out the water and taught them.
And that's the thing about the age that we're in, right? We're in an information age. All this real stuff gets blended with the fake stuff, and because of what the internet is, it's hard to decipher which is which. Even them pictures that we saw, it might have been 3 of them pictures that was actually real, and the rest of them somebody done up. That's a real thing that could happen. We know that.
True.
We know that, right? And so again, even in doing research, we still taking somebody else's word for it because we ain't got in no helicopter and go see the ice wall. Hey Rob, I'm picking you up tomorrow. We're going to see if this ice wall real, bro. Let's go. I'm gonna gas up the chopper.
That's the thing. I don't
CJ, bring the
really want to prove it like
bring the chicken. We riding out.
Yeah, it's almost like it's just new information they want us to believe. Like it's hard. Me personally, I don't dig into all this shit because then I obsess about it. Right. And because honestly, all of this shit is very fucking possible. But what does knowing about an ice wall really do for me on a day-to-day basis? You know what I mean? So it's not that it's not important or not good information to have.
Right.
But some of it, and because of my compulsiveness, I will literally spend hours and days and weeks, and I will invest my whole life into it just to learn about it. So and it's for what? Like all these alien beings. Okay, so fuck them. Like I don't. Yeah, I think that they are possibly there. That is a definite fucking possibility. But what does that do for my day-to-day basis? Like it.
Right. Can I file one on my taxes?
Yeah,
I got
and
an
like y'all
alien.
said,
If
and
I got an alien,
unless I actually am going to go look and see these things for myself, eyes on, it's just more information somebody's telling me is true.
let me
Just
find.
like I was already told all this other information. I saw pictures for that shit too because they had pictures. Like there was information taught to me with valid reasoning behind it. And so is this. So it's just like, yeah, okay, well that's
If I agree to house an alien, can I get a break on my taxes? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like it's just
All I'm saying is that you're right. I think like both what y'all saying basically is the way people process information, whether they feel like it's going to help them or not. I just think that a lot of times it's a piece to a puzzle. I think a little bit of everything it be the piece to the big picture as to knowing why. And I think sometimes whenever you are in a space where I don't know, I know for me, I'm in a constant space of why. Like, okay, so we went through this, but why? So this is happening, but why? So if this is happening to the food, but why? This happened to the water, but why? Why is it happening on purpose? Why would they have the train crash along this place that have these chemicals in it that they knew was gonna mess up? Like I'm asking why. I'm asking why when this person was going to trial, all of a sudden there's COVID. When they found this laptop about this going on with these kids, and then why is this people not going? Okay, so then whenever this person, when they find out they find all these children in these containers and all that other shit, and then finally most of them with their blood drained and all this other shit like that, then we find out, oh, all of a sudden now we got this other thing going on where it's an explosion over here in the water, but now people worry about somebody going down under the water and an explosion in a tank after they done found all this shit going on. And then now we found out that they got kids ground up in the because we not paying. And I'm not saying us right here. I'm saying that people will not go investigate why the fuck it's an ice wall. If they keep saying that, yo, it's these people over here that they made a treaty with, that they gave them a certain amount of time that they could do a certain amount of thing with, and after that certain amount of time, we come in to get our people back because that's been written on every civilization, my nigga, not just the ones that they've been recently finding or the ones that they make up. And then a lot of these things that we say, Google Earth, y'all could go to the satellite yourself. We all know that. You can go to the satellite and see it'll stop your ass. It'll let you go everywhere else. But then when you get around into that wall, it'll stop your motherfucking ass. Go.
Y'all go ahead, go a pixelated graphic. Yeah, it don't
It'll stop your motherfucking ass. So either it's something, either it knows something that we don't know, or we trying to find something that they saying it ain't true. Either way it go. Wow, I could go everywhere else. I could go as far as going down and see somebody's car in their driveway in Google Earth, but I can't go past this part of y'all saying ain't ice wall. Come on, man. Stop.
facts.
So what I'm saying to you, it's a lot of things that we don't have to take a TikTok video word for it, but we can't say, okay, you know what? Let me go figure this out.
Yeah,
It's
let
not.
it spark your interest. Like, don't just immediately debunk it because then when you got other shit that's showing you that that shit is true, now you sitting there looking dumb. Or now, anytime information come across, you overload it. And now you all of a sudden not give a fuck. We gotta give a fuck because the same people who we looking for that's supposed to treat us right and take care of us is really fucking us in the ass. Raw dick, all type of bumps on it. AIDS and some more shit. They shit funky. I don't even think they should even circumcise. They just doing us dirty. Let me tell you.
And it's a fact. And so much of it, like, okay, when we talk about chemtrails and stuff like that, I know y'all see it, man. Y'all know, I know y'all do. Y'all go out there, y'all see the shit. Y'all see the streaks, y'all see why. If it's for nothing, why all the fruit don't have seeds in it? Why? They keep saying it's a shortage. Why? If it'll grow on its own, like what the? It's got a fucking seed in it. It'll grow on its own.
Growing his own.
But it's a shortage. Why? That's what I'm saying. Like nobody wants to know why. And that's the only part that we all get caught up in whenever something happens. People will wind up in the fucking FEMA camp because they not asking why. You get what I'm saying? Like in New York, they got this new thing, this new law that they passing in New York. They trying to make sure that they don't. But think about it. They got this new law in New York where they can actually come and grab you out of your home and put you in a quarantine if you sneeze the wrong way because they feel like it. They got this new camera system in New York too, where they're gonna start charging people. They ain't got nothing to do with the Verrazano and the Holland and the Lincoln Tunnel and all that other shit going back and forth to New Jersey and all that other shit. Ain't got nothing to do with that. They're gonna be charging people to go in and out of boroughs, yo.
Just on the streets, $15. I seen that 75% after 9 o'clock. They running that shit weekdays. What was it? 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Weekends 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and anything after that 75% off and a $5 discount going through tunnels or some shit. That it's crazy. The laws they passed in New York is crazy.
They testing it out for that new social system where
That
you don't have
15-minute city shit.
exactly and make you into a thing where it's 15 minutes and all the people that's gonna stay right in New York. You know why? Because even me, I got family members who will sit up here and argue with you all day. Yo, this where I'm from, this where I'm from. I ain't never gonna leave. Man, nigga.
The fuck about it. You don't own shit here. Stupid.
But then people gonna stay right in New York and be a part of it just because they want to be in New York.
Because they ain't asking why.
And they don't want to know why. The motherfuckers gonna be in these 15-minute cities, not be able to go 15 minutes and outside of a radius, and none of your shit gonna work. And then they testing it out. Why would you think they test it out in one of the most populous major cities? If they make it work there, it's going everywhere.
They saw it in a different country. You seen the I can't remember what country it is, but he built the infrastructure out of like a mirror material where it looked like it's like the whole neighborhood, I guess if that's what you want to call it, is like 15, it's like 15 miles or something long, and everything is like in a straight line. I gotta look that shit up.
Crazy.
I was like, they already did in a whole different country. So when they started in New York, I said, oh yeah, it's over for us over here.
It's going into a whole nother thing. And I'm saying, ain't nobody asking why. That's why. Because it's some shit that's been written on walls about the motherfuckers on the other side of that wall. That's why. And in so many different aspects, we want to say, like, I know a lot of people will say it, yo, like, word is bond. And Meek made a good point. At this point, yo, it's mad shit that we dealing with right now. I don't really want to go down a rabbit hole learning about the wall. I'm just saying, like, whenever we think about things, if we ever ask ourselves, why is these particular things happening at such a rapid pace? And then we go back and we start to realize, oh, wait a minute, this shit was okay. So they said this. Okay, well, then oh, damn, that's why. It'll change your cannibalism. So why are they forcing cannibalism on people? Why are they putting human meat inside the fucking deep? Why? Why are they forcing cannibalism? Why do people go do communion? Like, you think about it. That's cannibalism, drinking of the blood, eating of the flesh. Why is that? Like, somebody explain it to me. Why is it everything got to be based on a ritual? People be doing things and we don't even know because nobody asks why. Like, nobody ain't gonna ask why they sell the fucking White House. Like, ain't nobody gonna ask. Like, so we just gonna sit around here and act like that's normal for this.
It's normal.
And nobody not gonna ask where these niggas go. Why they don't live there? Yo, y'all,
you the president. Why you don't live there?
Yeah. Like, nobody wants to know these things. Like, we just gonna walk around here every day worried about loving hip hop and all this other dumb shit. Like, we don't want to know why they sold a motherfucking White House.
But see, the thing is, I think some people may now do it by choice, but because they make everyday life so overwhelming, people don't have time to think about that shit. Like, let's think about it. It's people that don't give a fuck about that war that's going on over in Israel and Pakistan. They don't care about that because right now we're trying to figure out how the fuck we gonna eat tomorrow. Let's talk about it. They done fucking raped us and bled us dry, and we trying to figure out how we gonna stay afloat. So anything that's gonna add extra stress, a lot of people, they're not going to take on that bargain because they're trying to keep their mental together. So in a sense, it's like, damn, I feel you. I can't really blame you, but it's like, damn, that shouldn't stop you from, like you say, asking why. At least for you to be able to hold the intellectual conversation about it or some sort of, like, damn, like that shit don't spark your interest. Like, you know, so it's just,
it hurts too much of an interest. And Like the urge in me right now to go and look all of this shit up, I am
24 hours.
trying to fight it because it will consume. Like you guys have no
It's
idea.
very consuming because
Really
it got me. It's
my
very
and then my
You right,
anxiety. I won't be able to think of anything else. Nothing else. My kids can't leave. Oh my god, the
I'll be
things are over.
yeah.
Like I cannot. I can take some in, but I can't focus on it. I can't sit there and have constant conversations about it on a like every day. Like I couldn't be like, did you guys hear about this? Like I couldn't do it because that's all my life will be of, and it will bleed off into my kids.
Gotcha.
And that's because I have an anxiety disorder. Like it's nothing else. If I didn't, I mean, I really I believe all of it is true. I believe it's a possibility of it. I'm not going to say I believe it full because I haven't looked into it, but I do believe all of this shit. Yeah. I mean, the government ain't shit. To think that they ain't raping us, to think they don't have an agenda would be stupid. Right. I don't know exactly what the agenda is because, like I said, I haven't looked into it, but no, I believe all of this shit is very fucking possible. I will never deny and say, yeah, right. Or, you know, even when people talk about aliens, ghosts, all that shit is very fucking possible in my head. Because for it to have been a thought, it has to have come from somewhere. You know, so there's no way that so in my mind, yeah, if I can just think, oh, yeah, okay, well, there's a word for it, so it has to exist. In my mind, that's how I feel.
But you make a good point. You make a good point. It's a lot of things that people think that was just made up, and it's not. You know, it's like it's not. People don't have that great of an imagination.
Exactly.
Some people got stolen. Somebody got stolen information. Some people out here got a bunch of stolen information that they turned into things, and they put it all in the movies and shit. What you was gonna say, Paul?
Hold on. Now, people got great imagination. I'm gonna disagree with that point, and we.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it literally, but I get.
But a lot of the stuff you're talking about, I can probably 99% of the time point that to a business reason, because the White House, the one thing white folks in this country care about is their security and they security, and they sell their house to make sure they got missiles. They will sell their house to make sure they got cameras everywhere and computer chips everywhere monitoring every piece of information that they can. They will sell it all. They'll sell it right out from under you. And the taxes that we pay, somebody posted this the other day. Even your house, if you buy a $300,000 house, cash money, you win the lottery tomorrow, buy a $300,000 house for your mom, cash money. Guess what you got to pay every year? Property tax. And if you miss a property tax payment, guess who coming to get that house for $1,000 right there after you done paid cash money for the house and the land? So it's a business reason behind it all. They will sell it. They'll sell your land, all like even in Durham. Durham, we know Durham has been gentrified. It's places in Durham that people think they own and they don't own. We don't own none of this stuff. You know, but the thing about it is that they selling it and they taking out even more and more loans to pay these contractors to pay this to make sure that they defend it. So how you think we sending Ukraine $2 billion? How you think we sending $1 billion over here just from a meeting? Just have a meeting. Hey, today Ukraine need 250 million. When inner city kids been dealing with educational issues for years, and we done had meetings, rallies, marches, all kinds of stuff, and they can't get no money. Ukraine had one meeting with that dude. That dude flew over here, had one meeting, and had funding for all the stuff he needed.
But you know who don't pay those taxes and stuff like that? The people who they consider indigenous. You know, so the people who own their stuff flat out and they not paying that stuff that we talking about is them. And then think about this: the people that's rich, they not paying taxes either. Even when it come down to their when they property taxes, they ain't paying it. Somebody else paying it for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they use debt. So a lot of people are not paying taxes at all, fam. And I mean, it's just information that people don't know. And I think that's the one thing that we are at a disadvantage of as a group of individuals as people because we don't know. Because we would think that we would really think that these people don't own their stuff and these people don't look to own it. They look to just not have to pay for it and have access to it. And I think that's what we have lost our ability to look at things from a different standpoint. That's why you got people like I'm saying, like even in my family who will never leave Jersey because they feel like Jersey is theirs and it's not. And but people don't understand how you can use a place and not have to pay taxes, but you can have access to it like it's yours. Or how many of us want to be able to walk into a mansion, even if you don't want it, even if it's not something, but you have access to it, but it's paying for itself. And then because other things are paying for it, you ain't paying for it. And that's how they do it. And that's the one thing that we miss about this whole thing is that we can live just like them, but it's just that we don't use the information like they use it. It's not that it's not there for us, but we don't use it. So many people don't know that though.
Right.
Even with me saying that right now, though, Pete, I guarantee you there'll be people who will watch this playback who will be like, "What you mean people don't pay taxes? Rich people, yeah. Why you think they come up with this bum ass slogan all the time? We're gonna tax the rich. How? These niggas is using debt. How you gonna How? They done borrowed their money. They done got 10 million. They done borrowed 100 million. They done built a bunch of damn fucking communities. People are paying rent and they paying the rent. They paying that debt back and they just living off of whatever's left over. Whatever they would be calling their profit. They ain't paying no taxes.
That's what the foreign countries that own the White House, the foreign countries that own all the buildings in New York, that's what they did.
All right. But this is what we could do on a smaller scale. But they don't know that information. They think that yeah, they could go buy the house for 300,000 and they're gonna make it possible they're gonna do that. No, it's like, yo, do you not know that you can do the same thing? But they won't. How often? So what I'm saying is that now is information that we could give out. All I'm asking is do people ever want to know why? That's all. And if you ever want to know why, these TikTok videos may not be the thing that people could subscribe to and be like, yes, he's the one that gave me all the information. Nah. But hopefully they spark the interest to make people do the research, yo, to go figure it out because it's out there. That's the whole thing. It's really out there. But most of it you gotta read. And I think that a lot of people ain't gonna do that part. They're not gonna they,
Well,
they're not gonna read. They're not
I'm gonna
gonna
say
read.
this.
That shit
I'm
is
gonna
out
say
there.
this though. I'm gonna say this though, because there's a smaller percentage of people that will do what you said, ask the question why, and actually go do research for themselves. Right. That's why you have a small percentage of people who you can actually watch a TikTok and actually believe, like, okay, this dude do this for his living. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like this dude out here every day, pulling up falsehoods, pulling up all that kind of stuff. Those are the people that I pay attention to. Then you got a percentage of people that will react to something when it happens. So now something actually happened in Congress, something happened in DC, something happened in New York. Now I want to see why, right? Then you got another percentage of people that'll even look at that stuff and say, okay, well, let me know what y'all do over there. Because until it get to my town, I don't want nothing to do with it. And then you got them percentage of people. So I think it's really broken up in that percentage. It ain't everybody's not gonna ask why like you ask why, Rob. Everybody's not gonna ask why like me. I don't do the research you do, but when something big get affected, I do research. I'm that second group of people. And I'm being honest about it. Until it affects something that I'm doing, I'm really not gonna do no research on the ice wall. I'm not gonna do no research on an alien unless one comes sit in my backyard and play spades with me. And I'm gonna be like, well, how you so good at spades? I'm gonna have to do research on how the niggas so good at spades.
Yeah, the niggas because they
How
the
he getting a big joker every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that mojo about? Because I want to know.
I need some of that.
You know what I'm saying? I need to know how to get the big joker every time.
You make good point, right? And that's the thing that I'm saying. Most of the time, people don't know the information to go research or not go peek. Because, like you said, unless it affects them personally, they don't know. Or until they fuck around and look up and see some shit floating around, and they don't know what the hell that is, and then they go back and look. Like you said, a lot of people wait till something happen and then they go back and they look at it. Just like 9/11, you know how many people was up here talking about, oh my God, these planes flew into the building and go knocked it down. Then you go back and do the research and you realize that those planes shouldn't have been able to do what they did. So it's a thing, like you said. It ain't until something happens that make a person to go look. Sometimes with information, though, with a platform like what we got, it's good for us to be able to have these conversations on it because all of it makes sense. Like you said, you a second group of person. Tamika's like she said, she's the type of person that if it spark her a certain way, she gonna go down this rabbit hole and then she'll be consumed about it. And then there are people who, like she was saying, that will get consumed by it to the point where they be scared to do everything. They won't want to come outside, they don't want to touch nothing, they don't want to do because they see all this stuff versus it being a thing that we could use as defense.
Yeah, I can't process it in a healthy way.
Got
So
But then there's something that can process it from a certain angle and say, okay, bet. So these people are going to underground bunkers. Okay. So why are they going underground bunkers? Okay, because they talking about this solar flare that's coming. All right, bet. So the solar flare that's coming is going to affect people that's here, right? Bet. Yeah. So they talking about it's going to affect people with the skin and all this other shit. So damn, I gotta go out and figure out then what does that affect on people who are melanated? Because they definitely ain't put us in a position where we can get to no underground bunker. So then I got to figure that out, and then boom, then you go back and you research and you research and you research and you research, and they say, "Yo, this shit been in prophecy. This shit been on walls. This shit been on papyruses. This been on this. This been on that. That yo, this thing is gonna happen, and this is gonna activate this and this person." So then you wonder, okay, that's why they blocking out the sun. Oh, that's why it's aluminum found in the water because that's why it's plastics in the. You find it out once you just ask one question, like why? Why are they doing that? And why are they saying that this is going to happen? Why did they sell? Like you said, Big P, if people will go by the White House, they'll sell anything up under you. My thing is why? Like why? Why they sell the White House? Why they don't live there no more? Where they at? You get what I'm saying? Like
No,
yo, they probably never lived there. You know,
no,
they
it's just
never
the
lived.
same. You can ask the same question to a crackhead. Why
What?
you sell your mama's VCR? Because that crack more important than your VCR. That crack more important than that relationship with that parent or that boyfriend or that girlfriend. That's why they sold it. That it's because of the crack. And America's crack is security. They will do anything they can to make sure that they got all the guns and they got all the information. I'm telling you now, bro. There's a lot of this stuff that they trying to keep up with, and the bills that they trying to pay, and the debt that they trying to that they keep accumulating is so that they can secure their position in all these little countries. And it's a reason they ain't just in Ukraine because Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to see old boy get power just like Hitler was trying to get power. And it just took a long time. They just played a joint on World War II. It took a long time for America. That's because people like Trump and them was in control back then. And they was like, man, we ain't going over there. I don't know nobody in Great Britain. We ain't going over there and protecting them. Why are we gonna send some money over there? And it wasn't until the dude pretty much begged, like got on his knees, and they was like, all right, we'll give you some tanks, bro. We'll give you some tanks. And that's where the stuff started. They started saying, okay, well, this is how we can do this and not really be involved. So now I got my people happy because we not going over there. We're not sending no troops over there to die for y'all, but I'll give you a tank or two. And that's what and the same cycle, bro. The same cycle. And now we spending money on it. Now we selling property to pay for it.
Yo, but Sam, if you go somewhere and somebody walk up to you and say, "Yo, fam, let me get your gun, yo. I'm gonna go over there and shoot this person." Nah, you ain't shooting. But if you gave him the gun to go shoot, you still a part of it. So even if we gave him the tanks, regardless, it's not admission of guilt. You still a part of it. You know what I mean? So it's whack. But I'm gonna tell y'all this.
I see what he's saying. He's not putting. You can sell it to the people better or easier by saying, well, at least we're not sending our people over there. Like that's what he's saying about it. It's like that way people be like, oh, okay, well, at least we didn't, our lives weren't sacrificed. Like it's just another palatable way to give us some bullshit information. Like that's really all it is.
I mean, y'all right. I mean, to be honest, that's what they do. So but anyway, yo, all right, so we're gonna get out of here though, because you know how we do, man. We'll keep going. But I got more. So next week, yo, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna I'm working on a week. I think we're gonna have a guest on next week, but I'll let y'all know ahead of time. If not, I got some more shit that I want to show y'all because I want to get into this shit, yo. Because I think that, a lot of the questions I feel like we could ask each other if people not going to think about it, then shit, we gonna do it. Fuck it. And then you can just ask the question. That's it. And then you can go look or not. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel. So before we get out of here, yo, y'all know how we do. Y'all got to go around and let everybody know what's going on. So we're going to start with you, C Double, yo. What's going on with you, yo? CJ? CJ.
Oh, it wasn't. I was trying to get me off mute. I'm like, why's my pad not working? Okay, it works though. Sorry, guys. I'm like, sound like, why am I?
We ain't got nothing to do with your pad not working.
All right.
Okay.
Mouse pad.
Oh, the mouse pad.
MacBook Pro over here.
Okay,
Air.
I thought you were on an iPad or something. All right, go ahead.
Not too much, because y'all be trying to do too much. So you guys know Preview.career. We had a demo day yesterday. Did excellent, did good. We end up getting advanced to the next level. It's a capitalist. Can't remember the exact program, but nevertheless, we're getting funding. So baby steps. Right now, we're Google approved. Of course, we have 3 early adopters. The team that we have is a very excellent team. Have a combination of like 90 years of experience in the tech field. So I'm really excited about where this shit gonna go. Like this shit really gonna pop off, y'all. So
okay.
All right. So dope, y'all. Yo, that's fly, man. Word
and
out.
what's the name of that?
Preview.
All right.
Yes.
Bet.
All right. So yeah, that's dope, man. So congratulations to y'all, man. Big up to everything that y'all doing. The tech space is one space that a lot of us are not in. So it's good that you guys are jumping out there. And then so when everything get up and y'all ready to start marketing, we could just try to help, market and promote what y'all got going on, man. Because that's a good space to be in, man. And that's but think about it. That's where everything is going, into the tech world. So the fact that y'all getting in there is really dope, man. So salute to y'all, man, for real. So all right, Meek, what we doing, y'all?
I have a lot going on. But yeah, I'm just excited for next year. I am ordained. I got my certificate. I got my little clergy thing. Yeah, I'm pumped. I actually am pumped about it. I did it. It started out as just something funny, but yo, I'm actually kind of excited about.
How the fuck is thought of as a joke?
Yo, listen, yo, that shit. Yo, listen. When she said it, I was like, "You did what?" It was just a random shit. Guess what I did today?
I was in the middle. I was taking some courses. I was working, and I was watching something on TV, and I went onto the site and got ordained. For no reason. There was no explanation for it. Like there was never a forethought. Like I never thought about this before.
Nigga was watching TV and somebody on TV said, "Oh yeah, I just said it did this," and then she said, "For real?"
Oh
yeah, she took 10 minutes, yo. She's a whole minister. She out here
over here. Yeah. They send me emails and call me Reverend Tamika Levy. Yo, it's lit.
Oh my fucking God, Tamika. Reverend Meek. Okay.
Yes.
And on that note, I'm not even gonna tell what I got going on. That don't I can't compete with these two. You know what I'm saying? You know, CJ starting the Amazon. Mika about to be TD Jakes. I can't compete.
Oh, I can legit start a church if I wanted
to. I'm DJing at the Smoke Lounge next week. Holla at your boy. That's all I got.
That's all you got for
hey,
look, Tamika a whole pastor now. You gotta do something. You got your pilot license or something? Like you gotta do something like that.
Yo, son, I just bought a planet. You know what I mean? I just bought a planet. You know what I mean? I saw them joints on Google, they were selling planets. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying?
On the other side of the wall.
On the other side of the wall, son. You know what I'm saying? I bought some real estate over there that y'all don't even know about. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even go to the house.
Right. Y'all don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
go.
You know how they trying to get cars to fly over here? They already flying on the other side of the wall. We already got a whole auto development company. You know what I mean? We make cars that fly.
You lit, y'all. Yo, you joking, but shit, yo. I'm telling you, man. They got all this shit already, B. I think they got all this shit already.
Y'all want to know where the chicken wings went? All the cars fueled by chicken wings. So we using the chicken wings for fuel, you know what I'm saying? So we had to shut y'all down for a minute and have y'all eat thighs while we tested that joint.
Yo, you wildin', B. All right, yo. So with Big P, yo, it seemed like he gonna be at the Smoking Bull, yo, out there rocking out, and all of them you can catch on Team Collective TV and the Collective Visions on Facebook, y'all. Y'all can check them out and all the content and shit. I got a lot of things coming up for 2024, man. I'm gonna leave it right there for right now. I'm gonna table a couple of things, man, because some things I got in the works, man. I don't really have it all the way there yet, but it's really coming together, and it's gonna be so dope, man. I'm just looking forward to it. So just shout out to everybody that's been keeping up with the content so far. The Oob Lifter joints are dope.
Sure.
They've been really rolling through, man. And so yeah, we rolling, man. We working, man. We got the short film coming in January. Well, I'm working. It ain't coming out in January, but we gonna start filming. So yeah, man, it's dope, man. So I'm just really excited about everything coming up, man. So shout out to all of y'all that's been watching tonight. If you're watching this on YouTube, just like the video if y'all can. If y'all watching this on Twitch, I noticed that last week we had some people watching this on Twitter. So salute to y'all. Oh, my bad, X. My bad, X. So shout out to y'all. And those of y'all that's been watching us on Twitch, yo, shout out to y'all too, man. So thank y'all, man. It's been super dope, man. Until next week, yo. Next week we may have a guest on, we may not, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And in between time, man, remember, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will, all right? Y'all stay fly out there.